I am. Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, 33. Many years ago, when I was training with one of my mentors, sort of the method that we trained is a group of us would spend the day with him up on top of a mountain. And we would go through our physical training and our meditations. And eventually in the afternoon, when we get tired, we eat lunch and then we would just relax. And he would always offer us a book in his vast library. And a book that popped out at me was a book called Magnificent Obsession by Lloyd C. Douglas. And this book is essentially a book on manifestation from the Christian perspective. And currently, at the recommendation of the same mentor, I'm reading the follow-up to this book, which is called Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal. And this follow-up was written in 1939, or published in 1939. Magnificent Obsession was obviously earlier. And the concepts in this book, Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal, I find highly relevant to the world we're living in today. Now, I made a video on my BitChute channel on this subject. Not sure if this one's going to go up first or that one, but essentially, I'm going to talk about the same theme. So, this book, Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal, the title implies one of the greatest values of making the concept of manifestation, or in this book, talking about sending blessings to others, helping other people out when you have become the one who is living in abundance, who is overflowing with success and blessings. And the key word that I'm referring to is secret. So in Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal, again, this book is alluded to in Magnificent Obsession. The main character is studying out of this journal, but it's a secret journal that Dr. Hudson kept of people who he came in contact with, their stories, and what he did for them. The only key is he would always, so let me actually tell the story first. He would have contact with someone who he knew, someone with great potential that was at a crossroads of their lives, and they were stuck. They were stuck and not able to move forward and advance in a way that was unique to their life purpose, unique to their soul. So Dr. Hudson, knowing these people and knowing their hearts, he would offer them aid in some way, shape, or form. It could be aid with a connection, someone who he knew that, again, could get someone into med school or get them into college, or it could be money, him offering to finance a business venture for this individual he's decided to help. But the caveat is he would say this to no one. Tell no one about what I've done for you. Keep this between us. And in the secret journal, again, that was the only documentation. That was his private journal. But the point is, when someone does something, when someone has been blessed with abundance, they've been blessed with abundant success, their dreams coming true, overflowing with prosperity. The magic is helping someone else in secret, not doing it for the sake of saying, oh, if it wasn't for Dr. Hudson, I wouldn't be where I was. If it wasn't for this person, I wouldn't be where I was. Dr. Hudson said that the gift is going to be what they give to the world. When someone is giving your gift to the world, then that is the payback. And it's essentially this pay it forward concept. And I find that quite relevant today in our culture that is overflowing with what we call this virtue signaling. People who want to be seen and known as virtuous people without necessarily doing any kind of work or doing anything that warrants it. It's the exact opposite of the concept of this book, Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal. People who want to be associated with a cause that they believe is virtuous. They post some kind of graphic on their Facebook page or their Instagram. People who want to connect with a cliche and post that on their social media and put the slogan or cliche in a sign in front of their house, in front of their homes, as opposed to actually doing something for someone and doing it without the intention of recognition for you. So the opposite principle. So again, another principle with Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal, this character Dr. Hudson has already achieved great success. He achieved success through the principle in magnificent obsession, which is rooted in the same concept, having a relationship with God, but this being something done in secret, something to where when one is praying, one is not praying publicly for the sake of recognition of being a godly person, but praying in secret, connecting with the Spirit of God through their heart. And when that alignment, again, this law of co-resonance that I talked about in a previous video, when there's an alignment and the resonance with the energy, then God blesses that, the one who is asking, the one who is praying, and the desire shows up in the physical world, is manifested. And Dr. Hudson is someone who experienced that and now has abundance. He's living a full, rich life, and he has a cup that overfloweth that he is more than willing to give to others who are less fortunate but worthy of blessings, those who are going to extend that blessing and be blessings to the world. So great wisdom here in Dr. Hudson's Secret Journal. The quality of virtue, and true virtue being a state of being, a state that comes from blessing others in secret and doing so when it's appropriate, when thy cup is overflowing, blessing others who you have a heart connection with, who you have this deep connection with, and knowing that you can help them on their path and it's the right thing to do at the right time, as opposed to simply tooting one's own horn of how great they are, how virtuous they are, how many people they help because they're a good person, and having that external label and identity, being this virtuous person who is known as the one who helps people, yet may not actually be doing so from the heart. So again, I'm going to end this transmission. Be strong, be well. Remember the power of congruence, sincerity of the heart, and the power of doing things in secret. And that being said, be well, be strong, and I'll see you on the other side, my friends.